Reefer cake, stream. Reefer cake, stream, stream. We've got it, folks. God dang it. Dang nabbit. All right. Whoo, ship it down, 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 down. So what have I been doing lately, folks? I've been working on my gibberish redneck singing style. We're gonna go ding dong doo, a ding dong diddle dong doo, whoo, ding dong doo, a ding dong diddle dong doo, a ding dong dong ding dong diddle dong ding dong diddle dong doo, whoo, ding dong doo, ding dong diddle dong doo, whoo. That's it's not gonna be the new theme song, but I had to get that out there. We've got ourselves a ukulele. Here it is. All right. What do you say, ukulele? All right, man. Well, I tried this earlier. I'm gonna just go really brief here to sum it up. Get right to it. I'm not even gonna look at the. Now supposedly I can see chat here. Hi, chat from the console. So if you want to speak up, I will see it. And here we are. Aloha, everybody. Here we are in beautiful Maine. And I want to tell you, impeachment is on everyone's minds. They're just thinking about it all day long. Everybody up here in Maine are just impeaching and thinking about it. As long as they're watching cable news. So that keeps them, those of them, who watches cable news? Wait, nobody. That's right. All right. So impeachment is pretty interesting subject, because I remember old. First of all, you got Clinton. He should have been impeached. That's really bad to just have sex with the interns. Fucking splooge on the blue dress, and fucking then he goes riding around with Epstein on the dang on airplane. Come on now. Then you had Bushy. And Nancy Pelosi had a recent statement where she came out there and was like, well, I just didn't. She's very proud. I didn't impeach Bush. I knew, of course, it was a war based on lies, but I didn't impeach. Of course not. It's not like he's Trump. It's not like it got into politics. It's not like he dared to push the boundaries of politics, right? No, Bushy was fine. Because Bushy lied. All those people died. He knew he couldn't tell the truth to make him go on, send that youth to war. What for? What the hell they fighting for? It was to get the oil money. It wasn't for the WMD. Oh, Nancy Pelosi, you said no, see, no, see. Nancy Pelosi, you gotta go see. That's what I've been saying, yeah. So, Nancy Pelosi didn't impeach Bushy, and that was bad. Oh boy, that was bad. Bells are dinging. So, that was bullshit. Now, the perfectly good point, just a simple, logical, reasonable, smart, not even something that far out there, is to simply say that poses a problem for the impeachment going forward right now. Because if you didn't impeach Bush for starting a war, killing millions, and you're very eager to impeach Trump over XYZ, those bad things that he's done, I think he withheld the arms that the Ukraine needed in order to stay from getting killed. Don't you understand? How many people died because Trump didn't give the money to the guy soon enough, right? Just people were dying. I don't see that part on the news, though. Why don't they show the dead bodies? I forgot that. You guys in the cable news, get out there and fucking find the dead bodies in the Ukraine because the money wasn't there. And then you can count those bodies up, compare them to the war in Iraq based on lies. We have to clean the foundations. Nancy Pelosi is a rotted foundation. It's not going to work. The House won't stand. The House won't stand, I tell you. Now, listen to Sammy.
Went out bragging about it on CNN, and I still didn't impeach him. Are you kidding me?
Iraqi lives are not a factor for these people. I mean,
it's insane.
And
I agree, Sam.
This is why so many people are turned off by the impeachment narrative the way it's going right now.
Exactly.
Because it is dominated by people like
What?
her.
Well said, Jamie. Oh,
That
oh.
we should, because she didn't impeach George Bush. You shouldn't impeach now?
No, I'm saying...
Why is it that you need to shoehorn that in there? It was wrong then. It's
Right?
wrong now. You hold them to account. Every time you do not hold a president. The reason why he was able to get away with that was the same reason why Ronald Reagan, because we didn't impeach Ronald Reagan. You hold them
spitting
to
all
account.
over the
If
mic.
it's not enough, that's the problem. If there's other people who want to go out there and march to impeach him for other things, they should do it. But hundreds of thousands of people died for that. I'm not going to hear this fucking bullshit anymore.
Can I finish what I was saying?
That's her point. Whoa. Whoa, buddy. That was her point. Wow. This is a hatred triangle that Nancy Pelosi sits as the pyramid owner, right? Sammy hates Nancy, he says. Wow, the hatred. But if you're Jamie and you got problems with Pelosi, you're a problem. Listen to that madness. Doesn't that show the hand? Why? What could be any worse way to argue that impeachment is good than to overreact like somebody poked a sore spot on your testicles? Okay? Overreact. Sam Seder does the worst job pushing for impeachment ever in this clip. He makes it seem like he's so torn up over it that he has to overreact. I do not want. I bid you all in all of your activities in life, do not act like this. Don't do it. Now, if you're the rich guy and the boss, you can get away with it, right? That's cool. You know, rich guys, boss guys do this all the time. They have tirades, right? But no, I'm not a rich boss guy, so I'll never, And if I was, I wouldn't do this either because it's fucking dumb. Here he goes. Here we go. Keep going. Let's listen to the Jamie tries to respond. Okay.
You look at Nancy Pelosi and she says, "Oh, yeah, we wouldn't impeach Bush because his lies led to the deaths of millions of people. But when someone breaks the emoluments clause, like that's
he's not being impeached for emoluments.
Technicalities.
She agreed to impeachment because people pushed for it.
Oh, see, she makes the most obvious, right, clean point of obvious human nature. You're not going to get around it, Sammy. And then he goes on a technicality. Because the emoluments, I think, is something that he did break. Regardless, that's why you impeach him. If you think he's bad, I would go ahead and impeach him. I feel bad that Bush didn't get impeached. And then I see the argument of the fact that, like, it's not going to... Even if they do impeach Trump, which they're not going to... it's going to be because of something else comes out that's just so, so easy for the people to vote. It's not bad enough, okay? Anyway, keep going. Listen to this bullshit. This is hilarious. Okay, so...
End of story. She didn't want to impeach.
I know, I'm just saying she gives it
I
a
pushed
bad
her to
image.
impeach Bush, but she didn't
She
impeach.
gives impeachment a bad image?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Because
right.
she wouldn't impeach Bush over stuff.
Well,
that led
then
to
anybody who
deaths of
thinks that
millions
impeachment
of
is a
people.
problem because Nancy Pelosi was
Oh.
reluctant to do it,
Huh?
I think that is really faulty
I
reasoning.
don't think so.
Whoa,
But
wait
I'm
a
just-
second. You do. Why did you say that? Don't back down to the mean boss man. Don't do it. You do think that. Nancy Pelosi is a problem for impeachment. That's a problem. And so Sammy's bullying her, and she is caving in, and that's annoying to me.
Just saying.
Well, bring in the people who want to have that argument.
That's
I'll
me.
have that argument with those
She
people.
says it's not
If
her,
you
but it
wanna
is.
represent them,
But
then
it's
I'll have it with
me.
you.
It's everybody.
Jesus, I was agreeing with you.
Well,
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
not
I just
agreeing
like
with him.
The idea of
You're not.
shoehorning this
Don't
in, we're talking about Iraq.
shoehorn it right in his ass. Shoehorn it
I
right
got
in his
fucking calls
ass.
from military personnel whose lives
Come
were
on,
destroyed
Jamie.
during that time.
Okay.
It's just I shoehorning
So,
this shit
whoa.
to this-
So his trauma over that, and just as a side note, there's no sympathy or understanding, even though Tulsi constantly talks about the issue of what she saw when she served in Iraq, and that gives her the anti-war foundation. What about you, Sammy? Is that so? You have this anti-war foundation because you heard phone calls. That's good, very good.
skepticism of I don't know who, the 8% of Democrats or the Republicans, about impeachment into this story is just, it's ridiculous.
The story is
Ridiculous.
also about impeachment.
That's
but
just
I understand.
overly stated.
I angered you, and I did
Yeah.
not mean to.
I'm
Nicely
sorry.
done,
Just-
Jamie.
I'm a little sensitive about it.
Can I just say that's how you do? How you do it? Jamie just did it real good. When she goes, "I'm sorry I angered you," because I'm sorry he got angered. That's a fact. But don't back down in your positions. Why does the camera jiggle? I mean, that's how bouncy my house is apparently. All right. Keep the finish. Anything else we got before I move on to Tulsi's present vote? I will.
Yes, so am
address
I.
that. Yeah, she's uncomfortable too,
My
Sam.
point is that she's being a ghoul.
She's been a ghoul. That's right.
See,
It's just
Pelosi gets them all. Like,
unbelievable to me that she has the gall to go up and brag about this.
okay, so I'll stop it there. Sam apologizes later. It's just laying down the cards. It's all the cards got laid down, and I see the cards, and there's nothing in your hand, Sam. You don't have you shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have gotten so upset. You should have taken that point as a point of fact, as a good point. Okay, anyways, let's move on. Tulsi Gabbard voted present on impeachment. So, oh man, she voted present on impeachment. I disagree, but because I just hate, Trump. But what you gonna do? She wasn't surfing on the beach, man. She voted present on impeachment. Tulsi voted that way because present is where Tulsi was. She stood up for the middle. What does that mean? Oh, but I still love you, Tulsi, but now I see on this issue we just have to disagree. Standing up for the middle, what does that mean? Oh, Tulsi, I still love you, but now I see. That's how it's supposed to go. Oh, Tulsi, on this issue we just disagree. I wish Bush could have been impeached, but Pelosi kept that out of reach. Nancy stood up for the middle. We know what that means. Oh, Tulsi, oh, look-alike Pelosi, don't do it now. Oh, Tulsi, but now Pelosi, look-alike Tulsi, I don't know. Tulsi, I will try to understand you like none of these Brooklyn bubble boys do, but I don't know. about this one. It's okay. Tulsi, Tulsi. Alright. I'm just learning how to play this frickin', this little guy, this little ukulele bub. Anyway, that's it. That's Jimmy Reefer Cake live stream, old school. Am I going to be able to... Is this going to upload? This is when we ask ourselves the question, do I stop? I'm going to say end the stream on my YouTube console and leave it streaming on the... Oh, look at that. Tulsi voted aloha. Claymore XL is in the house. Can mean two things at the same time. Yes. I think I would have voted to impeach because just there's so much. Like Trump is just I wouldn't want to have the vote to waste time on, but if you're going to do it, I would vote yes to impeach. I hope you understand what I mean. Trump is and I'll be honest, I don't have to cite legal technicalities in my opinion. He's done things that emotionally are disturbing with what he said and represented. My most favorite example being when he had a rally when he was running, and he told this really bizarre story about it, terrorists in the Philippines and these generals back then, and how they took 100 of them and shot them with bullets dipped in pig's blood. And he did this to this shouting crowd. And like, it was supposed to make him look tough or something. That was my first encounter with that horrid. I don't think racism is even what people use racist too much. Racist doesn't even mean what I'm looking at with that. It's a violent, disrespectful. He's very unpleasant. So I can't help but vote yes to impeach him. And even, just cause. Yeah. But I understand she did not. And I respect her, and I still, I don't understand. This is really, I think the funniest thing about Tulsi, coming from me as a Tulsi supporter overall, but in a presidential race, I like Bernie, I like Yang. Tulsi I also like, but she doesn't have as much a chance of winning as Bernie. Got to go with Bernie, but Tulsi supporter is what I am for her message. And so, like, it's funny. This is what I think you might enjoy, Claymore XL, is how what they'll do is they'll play both ends of this spectrum of they love to say, you never say Tulsi doesn't, you worship her. That's what I'm trying to get at. They worship Tulsi. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. See, I can say that I understand the present vote and I just disagree. That's what that's the thing. Present, if she voted no, then I'd kind of be a little bit like, geez, this is over the top. So she did good. She did a good, decent. But funny how they act like the Tulsi worshipers worship her and don't ever question her or want to push her in any direction. That's not true, as you can see right now. I also, other things though, it's like I think the anti-Tulsi people, what I'm trying to get at is those are the ones who have the more just snap reactions. Like they just they just can't wait to find some little goddamn thing and shit on her. And it's just like how Sam freaked out in this, and he hurts his own cause if he wants to impeach. He made impeachment look really fucking stupid. Like he made this look like an emotional thing, like a baby man who wants, which is, I would vote yes. I would vote yes too, out of my own emotions. But you see, Sammy failed in the same way that these people who want to just jump on Tulsi in an emotional if you go back to when I used to stream and look at all of the attacks of just because I supported Tulsi, and I didn't like I think that if you say big tent, you have a tent that includes Tulsi, Yeah. It's flipping to Yang from Tulsi is an easy choice for me. And Bernie, the problem with Bernie, I thought he did pretty good, but those gotcha moments, it's just the way the media is gonna destroy him. Yang hasn't really had. Yang is smooth, and he's got the Buttigieg charm. All right, whoo! Thanks for those comments. A lot of Tulsi's supporters seem they would like to flip to Yang in an instant if he was viable. Indeed. So did you just specifically on about the Sammy meltdown? I want you to. Did you see that or hear that? And don't you agree? I was subject to that so many times, especially directly after the election of Trump, when my simple message was try to make some orange lemonade. Try to just make the best of this fucked up situation, and don't make an ass of yourself by crying like a baby. Keep your head up. Don't over emotionalize this. Be a fucking, be a woman and a man. Be who you are. This Trump getting elected is not a good thing, but it's been worse things. There's been worse. I was then told that I was an asshole from hell. You know what I mean? I didn't vote for Trump. I don't. It's funny. There you go. Another person. You say Trump broke him. The funny thing is, though, that that's the clickbait is all goes towards Trump. So that whatever, they're gonna grow. It's a great time to be talking about Trump. If you wanted to talk about Trump. All right, I got to get out of here. I'm gonna hopefully see this work. I'm gonna end the stream. Remember, because he lied. All those people died. Talk about Bushy. What did Trump do? He killed a lot of people too. Now. So did Obama. Everybody's been killing people for no good. Never thought killing people would be a good idea. Never thought it would. But their war machine is lean and mean, and got Pelosi and Hillary's the queen. Yeah, you got Hillary is the queen. All right, peace. Thanks for tuning in.